Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Libra. If Libra is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. All right, let's see what these tea leaves have to say tonight. And so, our card is the Knight of Cups. Love that energy. I think I just read the Knight of Cups last night, actually, and I forget what sign it was, but it was from the Hermetic deck, and this is from the Thoth deck. So the vibe is a little bit different, but definitely this, for me personally, this one calls up the feeling of the beloved, okay, and manifest in our mundane life. So that interior relationship we have with the divine, manifesting in all the things that we do, all of our comings and goings, and our relationships, not only amorous or romantic relationships, but family, friends, the people that we spend our time with, the people we work with, and so on. Also, I want to mention, so I don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. And it is free. It's free to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. And we'd love you to be part of the community here. Okay, so I've turned this a little bit here, a little bit here. And I have new walls up for my sound. Hopefully it'll help with the sound a little bit. But now TT's like, what's going on? How do I get in there? All right. So we have a person here. We have a person here. We have a tower over here. We have a crab. Oops, I touched it. A little crab right there. And it looks like a sailboat. So let's look and see what is going on here. I immediately feel like there is a love. There is a relationship. I don't know that this is... I don't think it's active right now, though. I think that this is an old love. I feel like they were emotionally inaccessible in some ways. And I don't think that this is because they didn't love you. I think they loved you very much. Probably still do. What I do think is that they kind of live in this tower away from most things. I think that this is a person who just... for one reason or another, maybe trauma, maybe the way that they were raised, maybe, the way that the people, their role models were, whatever it is, they are just really emotionally unavailable. Okay. And I don't think that this is necessarily like a chosen thing. I think that this is a person that you've never moved on from fully. Maybe you've had other relationships. Maybe you're even married. But this is somebody that comes up, once in a while. Maybe all the time. I don't know. But right now, they're very much on your mind. And I feel like they've been in your dreams a lot. I feel like there's, this pull to... maybe even like check up on them, through social media or friends or whatever. And you know, I feel like in some ways there's just this I feel like it's like kind of a sad thing, like looking at the way that they have lived and maybe had some series of failed relationships, have had a hard time expressing themselves. Maybe they're a very creative person. This is maybe part of why you've loved them so much. They just have a beautiful, beautiful and interesting connection to the universe, but they get kind of in their own way, you know. And with that crab, I wonder if this is maybe a Cancer person or somebody who just, again, they like are so shielded, right? And even just kind of paying any attention to them makes them feel like, you know, I don't know, maybe it's even like they feel unsafe, or they're almost a little bit paranoid about interactions with people or people's you know, intentions. And so you know, I think that there's just the bond here, you know, beyond anything else. There is a kinship. I almost feel like this is somebody who you've lived a lot of lives with, or at least you perceive this. You're very tied to their soul tied to your soul. And, you know, and I think that where this Knight of Cups really comes in is that I feel like you have done so much work to figure out not how to get over this, but how to live with it, how to you know, have great emotional strength, how to go on knowing that somebody who is your beloved, or at least a manifestation of your beloved, is kind of out there, not always doing the best. And there's really nothing you can do about it, because it's just, it's a thing where it doesn't work. When you are together, when you are in each other's lives, it just doesn't work. And, you know, so you love them from afar. And there's a kindness in not interrupting their life, even if they are struggling, because it just, for whatever reason, throws them in a tailspin. And so, you know, I think this has been part of your kind of, you know, dharma here in this cycle, is figuring out how can you live, how can you have a full life, how can you, you know, find ease and connection and peace and motivation and passion and, you know, inspiration, all these things in many places, and not just this center focal thing that, you know, is so potent for you. It is the thing that, like, you know, I almost get this, like, when you inevitably come to your transition, when you are passing over, this will be maybe one of the things that you think of, this person, this connection you have, you know. This is somebody who, you know, it's like, it's unforgettable for you, this connection. And so, you know, and so often this is the case. And, you know, part of it, I think, is that when we love somebody and it is, you know, an unrealized love, it lives in a place of perfection, because it doesn't have all of those, you know, all of the tedium of trying to live a life together, you know. And to be domestic with somebody, to have a family with somebody, that is a great an enduring love. It's not always exciting. It's not always passionate in the way that, you know, it might be with somebody that is a you know, fiery, beloved person. But an enduring love is a quality of love that is something else, right? That is something, that's something that you also take with you deeply and forever and forever and forever. But when we have these loves, you know, and it's kind of like that, it's like the first love, right? It's idolized in your mind, and there aren't the constraints of reality. And I think part of this, you know, growth experience is that you have not allowed it to sully your experience in life. And that's such a big thing, because I think so many people, they become disheartened by these experiences of not getting the person that they think that they must have, or, you know, not being united with the person that they think is this, you know, it's the peak of, you know, what love could be. And that's just, you know, it's not always true. And it's actually, I feel, probably quite a letdown, you know, in practice. And so we have the ship. Okay, and a large one. Movement of energies. And I feel in this place of kind of reflection, but really the emphasis is on your great, deep, wondrous, magnificent self-development. Okay, and the ability to kind of travel through, explore, to immerse yourself in your emotional places without letting it destroy you, overtake you. Okay. And so, you know, in this highly developed place, I feel there is often a turn towards kindness, to be of service, the ability to connect with other people deeply, you know, and that's something that it's a rare thing to really be able to not only listen to others and really listen, but to be listened to speak to others in such a way that they can hear, to know your audience, so to speak, but the person that you are communing with in that moment, to be able to reach them. And you have that ability. You have those deeply emotional communicating skills. And so I feel when I see this ship, it really is about being somebody who not only can move your own emotional energies to clear out blockages, to really look at and process things old things that come up, new things, masterfully. But I also think that you might be somebody who helps others do the same. Maybe some kind of counselor, therapist, support person. You know, I always kind of mention in my readings, I'm in recovery. And, you know, when you are in the spheres of recovery, wellness, mental health, you know, there are a lot of different roles where you are kind of like a sponsor, a check-in person, a support, peer support, these kinds of things. And you might be somebody like this if it is a formal position or kind of just something that you have taken on. This is important. I feel like this is something that it's so natural to you. You're so good at it, and you really do help others. you know, and I've talked about Libra, that you all are definitely healers. A lot of you are, in my opinion. And so I feel like this is really where you shine. And it is a beautiful thing. It is something so magnificent. And here I see we have a big heart. Okay. And it looks like, I'm trying to decipher kind of, it almost looks like it's sitting on a mantle. And then we have a person with their arms raised. And I almost feel like this is like, you are a person who is devoted to love. You are a person who your religion maybe is love, right? And that's not always easy, but it is, you know, it is one of the great ways. And so, you know, I think anyways, I am a romantic in a lot of ways. I am, you know, I'm very drawn to things like the Sufi and the cult of saints and these high religions and sub-religions that, you know, are very much about the agape and about the experience of divine love. And, you know, it maybe is not so formal as that, but I do think that you are somebody who is very moved by love. You move in love. You are devoted to bringing more love into this world. And for that, I do thank you. It is most needed. Okay, so we have kind of an arch here. So I see we are going through some kind of gateway. There's something changing. And I feel like I almost wonder if you are kind of taking on some kind of new role. If maybe you are thinking about volunteering, maybe you are getting involved in, if you are somebody who is religious, you maybe have like a home church or temple or a mosque or otherwise. Maybe you are a cult practitioner, magician, you know, whatever, creative person, an artist, a musician. But you have some kind of alignment with maybe some kind of cooperative or a grouping of people. And I wonder if you don't already, that you are looking for that. You're looking for a deeper connection and maybe to be more of service in this community. And I think that this is going to be something that is a real big focus for you going into this next year. I think this is something like you are really hearing your calling. Okay. And I think that this is perfect timing. I think that with the way that your heart is aligned, your mind aligned, your ability to spend some time with this, you have kind of that emotional bandwidth. It's a beautiful thing. So we also have a little heart there. So that for me confirms it. All right, so we're also going to look at the Cincy Child affirmation cards. And I love these. It says, I believe in myself on the side. I like that. So I'm just going to flip through and stop where it feels right. We're just going to flip it over and read it together. And it says, I am blessed to have this day. Yeah. Yes. That is the vibe. I like these colors too. I really like these colors. It's pretty. All right. Libra, I want to say thank you for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel a lot. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. We would love to have you here at the channel as part of the community, and the community here is growing. It's full of lovely people. You know, if you want to leave a comment, please do. So many of the comments have a lot of interactions with you all, you know, really supporting one another, being kind and embracing. And I really love seeing that. It makes me so happy. And so I appreciate each and every one of you, truly. And so I want to say I love you. We'll talk in a few days. Take care of yourself. And yeah, bye-bye.